Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, everyone. We're just waiting on Mr. Cartwright before we begin.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, first of all, huh?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I will begin the lesson. How is everyone doing today?
Tired. Good in
Hi.
yourself?
Good, good. Okay. Well, for me, I'm feeling a little downcast this evening. Due to COVID-19, many are worried about their future. One example, my neighbor Jill messaged me this morning. She said she doesn't have any retirement plan, no savings, and she is already at the age of 54. She sells food from a house and she seemed a bit worried. I told her all is not lost. She can still save for the future. So I asked her how much money can she afford to invest at the end of each year. She told me she could afford about $2,000 per year. So I advised her that if she deposits $2,000 for 10 years with an investment rate of 8%, she will be able to grow $28,000 over 10 years. She said, wow, that would really help. How can I begin such a plan? I told her we can go together to set up the plan and I will make the first deposit of $2,000. At that point, the WhatsApp messages turned to video calls with lots of thank yous. So let us look closer at this scenario with Jill. If Jill faithfully deposits $2,000 at the end of each year for 10 years into an account that pays 8% per year, she will accumulate $28,000. When looking at this scenario, is this a future value or present value problem?
Future.
Correct. Would this problem use discounting or compound interest?
Compound? Oh,
Cor-
sure.
Correct. She is grow this amount of money over time to the future in the future. So if Jill deposit were much higher, would she earn more or less?
More.
Correct. And tell me what other factors could affect how much she earns.
The rate that we said, the interest rate,
Correct.
Correct.
What else? What other factor could affect?
if she deposits more,
Correct. And another factor could also affect
The interest.
The
If
time.
time
mm,
and interest.
the time period. Because if she chooses to deposit it over a longer period of time, it would also increase how much she accumulates. For tonight, our objectives are at the end of the session, participants will be able to compute the future value of multiple cash flows correctly, determine the future value, present value of annuity due, and perpetuity correctly, distinguish between the different types of loan repayments, discount loans, interest only loans, amortized loans, and analyze amortization schedules properly. Lastly, calculate waiting time and interest rates for an annuity as it relates to lottery cash flow choices accurately. So, we're going to first look at future value of multiple payment streams. In the case of investing in in the case of investments, involving unequal periodic cash flows, we can calculate the future value of the cash flows by treating each of the cash flows at a lump sum and calculate its future value over the relevant number of periods. The individual future value as it relates, the individual future value are then summed up, to get the future value of the multiple payment streams. It is best to use the timeline as shown in the text in figure 4.1, which clearly shows each cash flow, the respective number of periods over which interest is to be compounded, and the interest rate that will apply. Let us look at an example of future value of uneven cash flow streams. Jim deposits $3,000 today in an account that pays 10% per year and follows it up with 3 more deposits at the end of each of the next 3 years. Each subsequent deposit is $2,000 higher than the previous one. How much money will Jim have accumulated in his account by the end of 3 years? Here we grow the cash deposit by the interest rate to the future date. T is the variable that indicates time, and the subscript on T identify the specific time period. So today's cash flow will grow or compound 2 periods. Today's cash flow will grow 3 periods. So it'll be 3,000 times 1.1 times 1.10 cube. So we get $3,993. So today's cash flow, which is T0, will grow 3 periods and will accumulate to year 3. This is what it's showing you in the timeline thus far. So in year 2, the cash flow is going to compound 2 periods. So here, because in each subsequent deposit, in each period, he will deposit $2,000 higher from the previous period. So we added 2,000 to the 3,000 that he deposited today. So in year 1, we will deposit 5,000, which will be the 2,000 added. So that'll be 5,000 times 1.10 squared, which will equal to, Colette, can you calculate that for me?
You know my name, eh? Oh. Okay, where's the calculator? Gotcha. Hold on. I just get the scientific. Okay. So 1.13 brackets 1.10 close brackets. Times. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to times that by 2.
Squared.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, squared. So 1.1. You over there. Okay, there you go. 1, 0 squared is times 5. So that's 10,000.
Yeah, 6,050.
Correct.
Yeah, I got 6,052.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it on the calculator.
It's all on the calculator.
It's 5,000 times
Times
1.1.10
1.121 square.
squared.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see what I did wrong.
0.21, which equals 6,050. So for period 2 or year 2, cash flow is going to compound one period. So we have $7,000 times 1.10. Can someone calculate that for me?
Is it 7,700?
Correct. So that will be 7,000 times 1.10 equals 7,700. And for period 3 or year 3, the last $9,000, we do not have to do anything with it because it is already in its future term in year 3. So can someone sum up the total? Because then we will sum up the compounded values to see how much Jim accumulated at the end of the 3 years.
26,743.
Correct. Okay, we can also use the future value of multiple sum formula to answer the same exact problem. So looking at the same example, but this time we use the future value of a simple sum formula. Compound each cash flow for the relevant number of years over which interest will be earned. Then we sum up the compounded value to get the accumulated value of Jim's deposit at the end of 3 years, as shown in the example. Note, cash flows can only be added up if they occur at the same point in time at the end of whatever period we are dealing with, and this one is 3 years. All the cash deposits should be brought to the same point in time and then added up, or then add up the deposits and their accumulated interest to get the value over time. Okay? Any questions?
So you could use the future value of cash, or you could use the compound one, any one of those.
Right, you could use the the future value of single sum formula, which is PV times open brackets 1 plus R close brackets to the power of N. Or you could also use a timeline as I showed in the previous slide.
Dying the same thing?
Yes, it's the same
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Okay. So now we will look at the future value of an ordinary annuity stream. An ordinary annuity is a series of regular payments made at the end of each period. For example, loan payments are ordinary annuities. When looking at the future value of an ordinary annuity, because of the time value of money, money received or paid out today is worth more than the same amount of money in the future. That's because the money can be invested and allowed to grow over time. The formula for calculating future value of an ordinary annuity is future value equals payment or dollar amount of each annuity payment times open brackets 1 plus R close brackets to the power of n divided by R. Note that the last portion of the equation is the future value interest factor of an annuity, and it can be calculated using a formula or using the table. So an example of future value of an ordinary annuity stream. And this is the example from the introduction. If Jill has been has been faithfully depositing $2,000 at the end of each year for the past 10 years into an account that pays 8% per year, how much money will she have accumulated in the account? Let's see how Jill will earn $28,000. In this problem, we are trying to determine Jill's future value at the end of the 10 annual payments of $2,000. Hence, the money deposit today is worth more in the future. Now, because each payment is the same amount, the payments are made at the end of a regular interval. We are dealing with an ordinary annuity. So the formula we'll be working with today for this particular question is the future value of ordinary annuity formula. Payment times, open brackets 1 plus R, close brackets n minus 1 divided by R. So we know that our payment is $2,000, our rate is 8%, and our number of years or our time period is 10 years. So for step 1, we have to calculate the future value interest factor of an annuity, which is the ending portion of the equation. So we will say 1 plus 0.08 to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by 0.8. Angelique, can you work that problem for me? Give us the future value interest factor of an annuity.
I would love to, but I don't have a scientific calculator.
Oh. Can someone assist her?
Is it 14.48?
14.486.
6.5.
6,
Oh,
yeah,
6.5.
14.486567 or 62.
Correct. I will work it out. So that's 1.08 to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by 0.08. So our second step is to multiply the annuity payment by the future value interest factor of annuity to get the future value. Sorry, it's supposed to be future value. So the future value equals the payment of $2,000 times 14.486562, which equals the future value of
I have a question. Why, explain to me again, why is it ordinary annuity stream?
why is it an ordinary annuity stream?
Yeah, I understand it's a future value, but why is it this other step of an ordinary annuity stream? Is it because of the years?
No, because each payment is the same amount and payments are made at the end of a regular interval, we are dealing with an annuity problem.
So when you see the payments are like how we have $2,000 for the entire 10 years and it'll be paid at the end, that's how we would know?
You can repeat your question?
No, I'm saying is once we know that the payments will be paid at the end of each year, and it's $2,000 straight across the board without a change in, that's how we would know it's an ordinary annuity stream?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other question?
Wasn't Jim Owen paid at the same time as well?
No. His own was a $2,000 additional was added to his $3,000.
Right, so that made it different because his own wasn't the same.
Right.
Oh, okay.
The same.
So if he had 3,000 instead of 2,000, would it have been the same, or am I think I'm missing this? Because he started off with 3,000 and then he kept adding 2,000, that made it an uneven cash flow then.
Correct.
So if he had done 3,000 at the end of each year, we would be using this other formula?
If he had continued to just use the 3,000, but because he added a 2,000 each year,
Okay.
it became a multiple.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to send a link in the group for everyone. So who doesn't have a calculator could use this link to calculate with us tonight.
What's the link again? Oh, I
I'm
see it. Never mind.
it to
I see it.
Okay.
Uh,
So our future value for this problem would be $8,973.13. So we will look at the table using the table. So to find the future value interest factor of an annuity, using the table, we have to use Appendix 3 in the back of the textbook. And we have to look for R equals 8% on our columns and N equals 10 on our rows. Tell me what the future value interest factor is from the table.
14.4886866.
Okay. And that would equal the same amount, 2,000 times 14.4866 equals $28,973.12. So now let us look at our present value of an ordinary annuity. If you are interested in finding out the value of a series of equal periodic cash flows at the current point in time, we can either sum up the discounted values of each periodic cash flow or the related number of periods, or use the following present value of ordinary annuity formula. So they could be, the period could be a year, a day, a week, a month. It doesn't only have to be a year. Okay? So the last portion of the equation is the present value interest factor of an annuity. The,
Gee.
the values of various present value of annuity, present value interest factor of annuity are displayed in Appendix 4. Okay? So an example. John wants to make sure that he has saved up enough money prior to the 4 year in which his daughter begins college. Based on current estimates, he figures that college expenses will amount to $40,000 per year for 4 years, ignoring any inflation or tuition increases during the 4 years of college. How much money will John need to have accumulated in an account that earns 7% per year just prior to the year that his daughter starts college? In this
Wow.
problem, John needs to have the present value of the 4 years annuity in his account just prior to the year that his daughter starts college. So the investment rate is 7%, which is the same as a discount rate. And the future payments is $40,000 that will come at the end of each of the next year. So we already know that the payment is 40,000, the rate is 7%, and N is equals to 4 years. So first, we have to calculate for the present value interest factor of an annuity, which is the ending portion of the formula. Ms. McKenzie, you could help us with the present value interest factor of an annuity, please?
Jesus, man.
Okay.
Does someone want to assist Ms. McKenzie? Ms. McKenzie?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm calculating it.
Okay.
Let me see if it's right. Let me see. Is it 12? Yeah, 12.5, 12.575. Hold on. Trying to
Is,
see.
is someone else wants to try?
Is it 3.387?
I think I can. Let me see this calculator.
One minus open brackets
Mm-hmm.
divided by open brackets 1.07
Oh,
close brackets
okay.
to the power of 4 divided by 0.07. So we get 3.387211. Did everyone get that? The
So what again, please?
Yeah, I did. I think I put the bracket before. That's why.
brackets to assist you because use your brackets or you can split up the formula smaller so we can so it's
Okay.
1 minus open brackets 1 divided by the power of 4 equals 0.2371047, and then you take that and you divide it by your interest rate to get 3.387211.
Oh, okay, okay.
So step 2 will be to multiply the annuity payments by the factor we just calculated to get our present value. So that will be 40,000 times 3.387211, which will equal to a present value of
It's 135,488.44.
1,000. Correct, Ms. McKenzie. So now we will look at it using the table, which is in Appendix 4 in your textbook. This is the present value interest factor of an annuity using the table. So we're looking for column 7 R equals 7%, and the period or the row of N equals 4, which will be
3.3872.
so present value will equal 40,000 times 3.3872 equals $135,488.
So that's how much money he would need in the bank.
Yes.
What?
So that's how much money that John needs to have that amount in the bank in order to pay his daughter's college tuition.
Hmm.
So the table just confirming the rate and
Yes,
and
you can do it either way. You can do it
just to confirm it with the table.
using the present value. Right, table. You also use a table to find because you see when you use a table, you just look at the value and you have it there. But when you use the formula, you have to calculate it. You a little more number, so you got straight 135,188.45 and you use the formula. But for the table, you didn't have any coins at the end. But you could use either or.
So you go to the
So
table. Oh no, never mind. Fine.
so
387.
So now we're going to look at annuity due and perpetuity. Certain types of financial transactions, such as rent, involve equal periodic cash flows that begin right away or at the beginning of each time interval. So, annuity due is an annuity whose payment is due immediately at the beginning of each period. Annuity due can be contrast with an ordinary annuity where payments are made at the end of each period.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Okay, so if you look at figure 4.5 in your textbook, I have it on the slide as well. You can see that the ordinary annuity starts at year 1, which means it starts, payments are made at the end. But with an annuity due, payments are made at the beginning,
Okay.
immediately. Okay? So why would rent be an example of an annuity due?
Because you have to pay it every month
At the
Which part?
beginning.
at the
Okay,
At the
beginning.
beginning.
okay. So can you give me some other examples of an annuity due other than rent? Remember, annuity due
Bills,
is
bills,
paid.
Utilities.
What
utilities,
kind of bills?
light
What
bill,
kind of
water bill, car bill,
car payments,
right?
cell phone payments, correct? What other kind of bills?
School fees,
Mm-hmm. Give me two more examples.
I think cable is paid at the beginning of the month.
Pardon?
Is cable paid at the beginning of the month?
Not mine.
Most bills are in the middle of the way.
Yeah.
Some of them you pay in advance.
Say, I want you to tell me which one. That's why I say car payments is correct. Cell phone payments are correct.
Insurance.
I was just going to say insurance.
Insurance expenses, that is correct.
Mortgage.
Very correct. So, so for problems involving an annuity due, the equation used to calculate the present value and future value of annuity can simply be adjusted of an ordinary annuity can simply be adjusted by multiplying them by 1 plus R. So at the end of the formula, what we did for an ordinary annuity, we are just timesing 1 plus R to that formula. I have an example on the next slide for you. So annuity due versus ordinary annuity. Let's say that you are saving up for rent, saving up for retirement, and decides to deposit $3,000 each year for the next 20 years into an account that pays a rate of interest of 8% per year. By how much will your accumulated nest egg vary if you make each of the 20 deposits at the beginning of the year, starting right away, rather than at the end of each of the next 20 years? So we will use, as you can see, the future value ordinary annuity. And then so first we use the future value of an ordinary annuity. So can someone tell me the overall total? This was like a giveaway.
I know, right? $137,285.88.
Correct. So let us calculate. So that's 1.08 to the power of 20 minus 1 divided by 0.08. Oh, I spoke my 1. So let me do that over. So it's 1.08 to the power of 20 minus 1 divided by 0.08 equals 45.76196. And then we times that, multiply that, 3,000 to get $137,285.89. So our second step is to find the future value of ordinary annuity times 1 plus R. And that is $148,268.76. A perpetuity is an equal periodic cash flow stream that will never cease. One example of such a stream is a British consul, which is a bond issued by the British government, which promised to pay a specific rate of interest forever without ever repaying the principal. The present value of a perpetuity is calculated using PV equals payment divided by R. Let us look at an example. If you are considering the purchase of a console that pays $60 per year forever, and the rate of interest you want to earn is 10% per year, how much money should you pay for the console? So R equals 10%, payment equals 6%. Formula is the present value equals payment divided by the interest rate, R. So present value equals $60 divided by 0.10, which is, pardon?
600.
Correct. So $600 is the most you should pay for the console. And that's present value of a perpetuity.
I have a question. So when
Mm-hmm.
we have our exam, y'all can give us these formulas to remember.
You supposed to I said last class to create
Uh-huh.
formula sheet because there are going to be a lot of formulas.
Oh, wow.
Would suggest that as you write down each formula, you write the page number that you, so when you're doing,
I have a question. Are we gonna get the slide from tonight?
now we are going to look at 3 loan payment methods. Depending on the terms agreed upon at the time of issue, borrowers can typically pay off a loan in one of 3 ways. They can pay off the principal and all the interest all at one time at the maturity date of the loan. This is called a discount loan. They can make periodic interest payments and then pay the principal and final interest payment at the maturity date. This is called an interest-only loan. They can pay both the principal and interest as they go by making equal payments each period. This is called an amortized loan. Let us look at an
Right.
example. So discount versus interest only versus amortized loan. Susan wants to borrow $40,000 for a period of 5 years. The lender offers her a choice of 3 payment structures. Option 1, pay all of the interest 10% per year and principal in one lump sum at the end of 5 years. Option 2, pay interest at the rate of 10% per year for 4 years and then a final payment of interest and principal at the end of the 5th year. The third option, pay 5 equal payments at the end of each year, inclusive of interest and part of the principal. Under which of the 3 options will Susan pay the least amount of interest and why? Calculate the total amount of the payments and the amount of interest paid under each alternative. So, a discount loan repayment method. The first option, Susan wants to borrow $40,000 for a period of 5 years. Pay all of the interest and principal in one lump sum at the end of 5 years. And then we will calculate the total amount of payments and the amount of interest paid. So since all of the interest and the principal is paid at the end of 5 years, we can first use the future value of a lump sum equation to calculate the payment required. So that's future value equals present value times 1 times open bracket 1 plus r close brackets to the power of n. So future value equals 40, the present value is $40,000 times 1 plus the 10% to the power of 5. So let me show you how we got the 1.6105 on the calculator. Have to make sure everybody knows. That's 1.10 to the power of 5 equals 1.61051 times 40,000, which equals to $64,420.40. So we have found the total payment. So now we have to find the interest paid. So to find the interest paid, we have to say total payment minus loan amount, which is $24,420.40. So for a discount loan, we have to use the future value of a lump sum equation to calculate the payment required. So her second option would be an interest-only loan. So Susan wants to borrow $40,000 for a period of 5 years. This is the same question. I just pull it apart so you can see each loan repayment separately and what the question is requiring of you. So she has to pay interest at the rate of 10% per year for 4 years, and then a final payment of interest and principal at the end of the 5th year. So her annual interest payment for year 1 through 4. So the actual annual interest payment is $4,000. That's a $40,000 loan payment times 10%. That is not for the period of 4 years. That's just one single year, right? So for the 5th year payment, we have to say the annual interest payment plus the principal payment. So that's the 4,000 plus the 40,000 principal payment or loan amount equals 44,000. So now we can calculate the total amount of payments and the amount of interest paid, because we have calculated the amount of interest and principal payments and the interest for the 5th year. So total payments equals 16,000 plus the 44,000, which equals to 60,000. The 16,000 is the actual interest payments over the 4 years. So we have to say the 4,000 times the 4 years to get our interest payments for the 4 years, because the 4,000 was only for a single year. So our total payment will be 60,000. Our interest payment will be 60 minus 40, which will be 20,000. So her last option would be,
Question, why didn't they just do 5 years? I mean, like, why didn't they just do,
because how the question split it up. It says to pay interest, pay, I got the right question, yeah. Pay interest at the rate of 10% per year for 4 years. And then the final payment of interest and principal at the 5th year.
okay,
So for the 5th year, we had to actually calculate that. So that's
okay,
why we separated it to add it to. You understand?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So the last option would be the amortized loan repayment method. So with the amortized loan repayment, to calculate the annual payment of the principal and interest, we can use the present value of an ordinary annuity equation. So PV would be 40,000. R would equal 10%, and N would equal 5 years. So now we will do the formula to calculate the annual payment for the amortized loan. So let me get my calculator. And Angelique, you have a calculator now, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you calculate that for us?
Okay, no problem. I got $10,551.86.
Couldn't hear you.
$10,551.86.
Right. So let's see and back. We will say 1 minus bracket 1 divided by 1.10 close brackets to the power of 5 divided by 0.10, which is 3.786. And And then we take the 40,000 divided by the 3.79078676. Yeah. So so now we take the annual payment of principal and we calculate our total payment, which is 5 years times the $10,501.86, which equals to $59.31. And paid will then be the total payment minus the loan amount, which is $52,759.31 minus 40,000, which would give us an interest rate of $12,759.31. So let us compare our three methods. So we can see the discount loan is 6.40 interest and 400.40. The interest loan the payment and then the amortized loan was $52,749.31. Total payment was $52,759.31. And the interest paid on that was $12,759.31. So the question is, under which of the three options will Susan pay the least interest and why?
So best option is the amortized loan because it's only 12,000. Total payment 52.
Correct. So your why is, so it is amortized loan and why?
Because it's split principal and interest.
Correct. Why else?
It looks like it's paying equally. 52. The interest paid back because you're paying it equally. It's not accumulating the interest. It's not giving the principal enough time to accumulate the interest.
Somewhat. So why? So the amortized loan is the one with the lowest interest expense. So since it requires a higher annual payment, what is the amount of the annual payment? Because out of all the options, it required the highest amount of annual payment. So what was the annual payment for the amortized loan?
Oh,
It's the 10,551.
Correct.
yeah.
So the other methods were less than the $10,541,
Oh,
$551.86. The other methods just dealt with the 10% on the loan amount.
not right. It didn't do, okay, I see.
So, so firstly, the amortized loan required a higher annual payment, and part of which reduced the unpaid balance on the loan and thus resulted in less interest being charged over the 5 years.
Yes,
Okay?
okay, higher payment.
So let us look at an amortization schedule. An amortization schedule is a tabular listing of the allocation of each loan payment towards interest and principal reduction, which can help borrowers and lenders figure out the payoff balance on an outstanding loan. Here is an example. So prepare a loan amortization schedule for the amortized loan option given in previous example. So we're using the previous example. What is the loan payoff amount at the end of 2 years? So they want to know what is the loan payoff at the end of 2 years. So our present value is 40,000. N equals 5 years, R equals 10%, and our payment is $10,551.86. So the $40,000, the beginning balance for year 1 of $40,000 was given to us, right? We calculated the payment of $10,551.89, and the interest, we calculate that by saying the present value or beginning balance times the interest. So that's the 40,000 times the 10%, which gave us $4,000 interest. So to calculate our principal reduction, we have to say the payment of $10,551.89. I have 89 cents, 86 cents. 89 cents minus the interest of 4,000 equals $6,551.89 for our principal reduction. So our ending balance will be the present value or the beginning balance so that's 40,000 subtracted by $6,551.89, which will give us an ending balance of $33,448.11. So our ending balance will now become our beginning balance in year 2 of $33,448.11. So our interest for year 2 would be how much? Carla, tell me how much our interest would be for year 2.
Hi, sorry, I didn't have a calculator.
I sent the link in the group
Oh,
with a scientific calculator. And for this, you don't even need a scientific calculator at the moment.
So N is now 4 because we're in the 4th year. So
prepare for the principal
what am I
reduction.
looking at? Yeah.
It should be $3,344.81.
I didn't hear. Could you mute your mic if you're not?
Should it be $3,344.81?
Correct. Thank you, Shakira. Shakara.
Shakara, you're welcome.
So it's $3,344.80. So what would be the principal reduction?
Hold on. Your payment
7,207.08.
is 10,000. I got 1.86 minus 334, 4.81. 7,207.5. No? Yeah.
What did you say?
7,207.05.
Oh yeah, 0.08.
Yes, it's 0.08. And
0.08.
I want Carla to
Ah.
answer. I want
Oh,
Carla to
sorry.
answer the ending balance. Let's give Carla a chance.
hold on. Yeah,
So
they have me lost.
Carla, you can give us the answer for the ending balance.
All right, let me
Okay.
see. Jesus, I was lost for a minute.
So Carla, the ending balance.
Yes. Okay, let me see.
What I do? Yes, I'm sorry.
Is it 40,655?
That's Carla?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much you got?
Is it 40,655?
No. Someone would like to assist
It
Carla?
can be more than what we start with.
Is it 26,241.3 cents? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Let me calculate it. So it's
33,
448.
448.11 minus 7207.08.
26,241.
$1.03, which will now become our beginning balance for year 3. So what would be the interest? Kelly, tell me what would be the interest for year 3?
$2,624.10.
Kelly or Kalea. That's how to pronounce her name.
Oh, you pronounced it right.
Okay. Could you get the principal reduction for us?
Let me go to my calculator. Miss Olga, I'm actually on my phone, so it'll be kind of hard. I don't know if you mind waiting, or I can do the next one.
You to do the ending balance. Okay, what to do? Prepare for the interest for year 4. Someone could assist.
Is that
Yeah,
8287.79?
Principal reduction for year 3.
Yes.
Be in year 3.
Yeah.
7,927.
$7,927.
79 cents.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what would be our ending balance?
Right. Hold on.
18,313.24.
Yeah, 18,313.24.
So for year 4, our beginning balance would now be $18,313.24.
Okay.
Ready?
18,313.24.
I have a question.
So the interest paid would be 1831.324.
Hi, Miss Oliver. I have a question. Hello.
Miss Oliver,
Hey,
I
is
have a
that correct?
question.
Tyler, you have a question?
No,
No.
Shakara. I have a question. Shakara has a question.
Tyra.
Can you hear me clearly? Okay, $26,241.03, and the interest rate is 10%. Why is the interest here
exactly. I was like, why you adding up
2,264
wrong?
and not $2,624? Because the principal reduction balance should be 8,000 and some, not 7,900.
Right.
I said that and
So
they
your
said
interest
no.
is wrong.
They said no.
Tyra, you so right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
I thought
26.
that was a typo.
It was
I keep wondering why you adding wrong.
testing if y'all was, it was testing if y'all was paying attention.
But I
Yeah.
said 8,000.
Even
Because
the payment is a little off because the payment is supposed to be 86 cents, but not 89.
Yeah, I messed up at 86. Sorry, it was 89. The one in the table is correct.
so I think we need to do line 3 again because that interest is wrong.
Shakara, what you were saying about the interest again?
The interest
It's
should be
supposed to be $624.
$2,600,241.
Okay.
Because 10% of 26,000 can be 2,200.
Right, it's 2624.103.
So Shakara was paying attention. She deserved an extra 5 points.
I'll take
Yes.
it.
Way.
Listen to
Yes.
me.
No,
I on my
not really.
calculator.
I was the one
Trying
who
to
said
figure
the
out how to add
answer.
up.
You was the one who said the answer, but we was moving on to line 4. That means everything else was going to be wrong.
So
Oh, girl. So that is wrong. You have to change that.
Everything else right doing.
No,
No,
once you change the interest rate, then the reduction balance should be
the
8,000 and some
balance-
change.
The
Right.
8,000
Whatever,
some. Mhm.
whatever Carla said was right, because that's the same thing
Right.
I got. And then once you subtract the $8,000 from the
8,000.
26, your
No.
ending balance is also wrong.
It's different, right?
So the interest should be 2,624 and 10 cents.
Right.
So let's
Miss Oliver, you see? You see I got it?
who that is? Carla.
See it there.
Carla.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you want 0.28? You have to. So let us calculate.
Thank you, Shakara.
Yes. So let's calculate from the slide. So our principal reduction will be
26, 24, 10.
10, yeah.
for 1.03
So payment
minus the
10 divided by 1.89 minus 26, 24.9.
500.
7927. But
I still get 7927.
7.79, I still getting the same thing.
That's what I said. I thought that was right.
The 7927, right? When you change the interest.
Why?
So that is correct.
Yes, it is correct. The only error was right there in the
The interest.
It's wrong.
Okay.
Oh.
Paris, the one who caught it.
Right.
Attention and deserve something.
I'll take a 100% on the hardest exam. But
Man, I'm so done with this young lady.
Okay, so let's
sometimes I be done with myself too. I ain't gonna lie.
so the rest of the table is correct. So let's move on. So we know that the principal reduction is $7,927.79. And so our ending balance was $18,013.24. And our beginning balance is $18,313.24 for fourth year. So our interest for the fourth year would be
$1,831
$31.30.
and 30 cents.
then our so Kelly, have an answer? Our principal reduction. Our principal reduction for year 4 would be
8,720 and 57 cents.
correct. And our new ending balance for year 4 would be
9,592.
set 92 9,592.67. And for year 5, our beginning balance would be the same thing. And so our interest for that year would be
959.
27 cents.
principal reduction would be
The same as the beginning. 9,005. Yeah.
and our ending balance would be
0.
so we are still answering the question, what is the loan payoff amount at the end of 2 years?
26,241. 0.3.
So everybody understand the amortization schedule? I know Shakara definitely.
Can we go to the slide before that, please?
Sure. I gotta move all this.
Oh God, sorry. Thank you. Okay.
You straight?
I'm good. Thank you.
Got it.
So now we will look at waiting time and interest rates for annuities. So problems involving annuities typically have four variables. That is the present value or future value of an annuity stream, the amount of the annuity payment, interest rate, and the number of annuities. So that the future value of annuity stream, the amount of the annuity, the interest rate, and the number of annuities. If any three of the four variables are given, we can easily solve for the fourth one. This section deals with the procedure of solving problems where either N or R is not given. Examples of such problem includes finding out how many deposits it would take to reach a retirement or investment goal. Finding out the rate of return required to reach a retirement goal given a fixed monthly deposit. So let us look at an example of both. Martha, this is solving for a number of annuities involved. So that's solving for N. Martha wants to save up $100,000 as soon as possible so that she can use it as a down payment on her dream house. Wow. She figures that she can easily set aside $8,000 per year and earn 8% annually on her deposit. How much money or how many years will Martha have to wait before she can buy that dream house? So the formula we are working with is N equals 1N, open brackets, future value times R divided by payment plus 1 divided by 1N. That's the function on the calculator now, 1N, open brackets, 1 plus R. So let's solve for N. So what the answer is for how long she'll be working for her dream house. So we have 100,000 times 0.8 divided by 8,000 plus 1. And that equals to 2. So when we use the N function, we get 0.693144718. So now we divide 1.08 to the N function, which is 0.07696104, which equals to 9 years. So Martha will have to wait approximately 9 years to accumulate $100,000.
Miss Oliver, you could do that again on the calculator, please.
The 100,000 times 0.08 divided by 8,000 plus 1, which equals to 2. And then we use the 1n function, which gives us 0.692144718. And then we divide that by 1.08 to the function of 1n, and we get 0.0769610, which equals to the 9 years. Okay, so let us
Yes,
move
ma'am.
on to a lottery problem. In this section, an example of a lottery winning will be used to illustrate the use of time value function to calculate the interest rate given at an annuity stream versus a lump sum or lottery payout. So the point is that the winner can make an informed judgment regarding what rate of interest is being used by the lottery authorities to calculate the annuity that is being paid over a given number of years. If the winner feels as if they can earn a higher return on a lump sum payout than the implied rate used by the authorities, the lump sum choice will be better. The future or present value of an annuity equation can be rearranged to isolate the variable n, which we did in the previous example. However, for waiting for the interest rate, R cannot be isolated. We cannot isolate the variable R in the equation. So we have to go through an iterative process to find R. So we cannot rearrange the formula to find R. We cannot isolate that variable. So how will we find R? So after winning the lottery, you state that you are indifferent between receiving $650,000 end of year payments, first payment 1 year from today, and receiving a lump sum payment of $6,886,150 today. What interest rate are you using in your decision-making process such that you are indifferent between the two choices?
I want all my money at once.
Yeah, so Trump can't come first.
I know how long I can live. I can eat all that right now.
So we know the present value is 6,800,000. If you're speaking, you can mute your mic, please. So present value is $6,886,150. The payment stream will be 650,000. The number of payments would be 20. So now we can get our to find R. So our second step would be, or our first step would be to use our present value divided by our payment, which is $6,886,150 divided by 650,000, and which equals to, yeah, so that's 6,886,150 divided by, so that's,
I can't hear nothing.
could you please mute your mic? Whoever is not speaking, please mute your mic. So after we divide the present value by the payment, we get 10.5940,769. So we have to look up the present value interest factor for N, 10.59407, to find our rate. So if you go to the back of your textbook, Appendix 4, we will have to find, so we have to look at N, which is 20. So do you see 10.59407 under 20? The time period of 20. You see it there? No.
No.
So let's go to the next page. Yes, we see it here. That's 10.5940. You see it?
Yes.
Period 20.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be 0.7%. So our rate will be 0.7%. So we cannot isolate R. So we will have to look, we will have to divide our present value by our payments, and we will have to look and find R based on the time period and what was calculated. Sometimes it balances off, like how it's 7%, and sometimes it doesn't. So you have to continue to look until you figure out the answer in the table. Any questions?
Yes, we'll have a copy of the table for the exam.
Yes, a copy of the table you will have. So these are the equations from chapter 3 and chapter 4.
You said that
Go
you
back to
are
that, Miss
sharing
Oliver.
the slides with us after class, right?
Yes, I will forward the slides to you at the end of class.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So, multiple choice questions. And blank is a series of equal end of the period cash flows. A, annuity, ordinary annuity. B,
Ordinary, it's A.
It should be A.
Yeah, A.
See, I got
Yeah,
that.
put the mic on.
Okay, so question 2, the future value interest factor is a part of the future value equation, and without it, you cannot find the future value of an annuity.
B.
And
B.
in
It's
a
B.
future value interest
In
factor
addition, this value.
calculated as, what's the answer?
A.
In addition, this future
No, I think
value
B.
interest factor of an annuity is calculated as future value. C.
The answer is
Is
A.
it C?
Oh, we got seven. It's C. It's in the end power. We'll go on to the top right?
I think it's
Ooh.
Is A, Miss Oliver?
A.
1 plus R. A.
next multiple choice question. Yes, the answer is A, open brackets 1 plus R, close brackets to the power of N minus 1 divided by R.
Yeah.
Annuity is used in finance for many. If you're not speaking, you an annuity due is used in finance for many cases. However, it is difficult for the ordinary annuity. Which one of the following is an annuity due?
Electricity bill. B.
A.
Miss Camp, what is your answer?
I said B.
Said B.
Yes. Right or wrong?
Miss McKenzie, what your answer was?
I was saying B.
Oh, okay.
That don't sound right though. None of the above?
No,
Wow.
because the electricity bill is paid at the end of the month.
And so is rent paid at the end of the
Right.
month.
And they
So
Yeah.
I thought
rent is at the
lottery.
end of the month.
No, but Miss, the
But
electricity
lottery
bill
is
be
paid
paid
at the end of the thing
month.
too.
No,
Oh.
electricity bill is be paid on the 6th of the month.
Ma'am,
So
that's still in the
after
beginning.
use. No, they mean after it's been used. I can't calculate. Sorry.
So what is an annuity due?
It's something that's
the
due right
Is due
now.
at the beginning.
Yep. No, at the end, eh?
No, at the
Something that's
beginning.
due
At the beginning.
right now.
And then I get, yeah.
Annuity due is due immediately.
So you don't think the electricity bill on the 6th of every month is due?
Yeah, but they don't
Yeah, but not really though.
disconnect the light on
Until,
the
yeah.
6th because you didn't pay it on the
That's
6th.
why I told you all monthly bills are not annuity due.
That's a trick question, Miss Oliver. Now, come on.
Was a trick question. You though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I won't trick you.
The remaining principal of the amortization schedule in the last year equal 0.
0.
So I'll read all the answers.
No. The difference between the beginning principal and the principal
A.
investment.
What
the
answer?
beginning.
Who answering me tonight? Let me pick someone. Darling, what do you say?
A.
What do you say?
Let me read it again.
Oh, I did not read it properly. I apologize.
It's not like A and C.
I think
it should be D.
It's D. It's D.
Yeah, A and C.
It's D.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Why is it D?
It's D because when you amortize, the balance is 0 at the end, for one.
Yeah,
because
but it's the
it
beginning.
covers the principal and the interest. So it ends up with a 0.
0.
And then it is C because
The principal reduction, the difference between the principal reduction and the beginning principal should also be 0. Once you
right,
add them all up properly, so 0 is it have to end. It have to be 0 at the end. It only
thank
makes
you,
sense for it to be
Shakara.
that way. Huh?
Okay.
Thank you for
So,
helping me, Shakara.
so 0
Yes.
and
Welcome.
beginning balance and the principal reduction, all of them are a part of the remaining principal in an amortization schedule. It is for the last year, in the last year. So all of that shows in that last line, which is 0, and then the difference when because from you calculate the principal reduction, and then you calculate the you calculate the principal reduction, and once you subtract that to get the once you calculate that interest and you get that principal reduction, the principal reduction alone matches the beginning balance. So you know that would be 0. Okay? So that's why the answer is D. So I have some class problems for
Oh,
you to do in Google Doc for the link I sent you. So you could do those questions for homework.
Miss Oliver, how you can get the homework? We putting it where? We emailing it to you or something?
You can email me the homework, and once I mark the homework, I will send the answers, so the correct answers to you along with your grades.
When is it due? For the next class, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and these are additional questions because we are almost out of time. But what I'm going to do is still allow you. So, who all went on the link and wrote their name in the documents? You can go into that link right now because we still have a few minutes. Go in that link right now, and when you go into the link, you will see questions with your name on the side.
sorry, which link?
The link we will send in the
Oh,
WhatsApp group. If you do not have the link, I will send you your question, or I could send
yeah.
the link. I will
And
send both.
just answer the question, eh?
Yes, with your name. So the instructions is please answer your assigned question. Show the formula and all calculations of how you got your answer.
Okay, my name's not there.
That's Darling.
Yes.
So Darling, you can do number 9.
Okay.
So, question: is our exam or our next quizzes are going to be set up the same way, where we'd be required to know the formulas and be able to calculate and get answers?
But your questions will be online,
Mm-hmm.
so you won't have to provide that. But
Hello?
this for this assignment right now, class assignment, I want to see
Hey.
you give me the formula, and I want you to work that out. But for your exam, you do that to get the answer at the end, because all of these questions require calculations.
But I'm asking if on the exam we're going to be required to calculate in the same manner.
You just have to give the right answer,
This is so sweet.
but you don't have to provide
The working or anything like that.
Pretty sure I will discuss with Mr. Cartwright. So I will get back to you with the answer to that question.
Okay.
Mr. Cartwright, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, darling, you're doing number 9. Who else doesn't have a question?
So
I
we're
don't
doing,
have the.
Oh, sorry, I moved it.
so we doing, like, I'll be doing number 9 and then also the questions that you gave us.
Yes, what's on the slide.
Okay. Okay.
But you could start the question now. We have enough time. So you could
Oh,
start.
wow. Okay.
Yes.
You say do the question on the slides?
No, right now we are working in Google Docs. So who all have the link can actually start working in the actual sheet so I can see you work your question. I want to see you work the question that your name is assigned. So
I really think that this should just be submitted after the fact, because we gotta think and go look back and write these things down and work them out. And I think this should be like live right now. Right now, I ain't gonna lie. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Our brain's tired.
okay, so tell you what, I want you to do the homework on the slides, and because this is good practice, I would like everyone to do the questions in the Google Doc. So I will
Do
Okay.
send
all,
the
do all the
question.
questions?
Yeah, so I will send the link again so you can do the questions, because with time value of money, we need as much practice as possible because these formulas take you throughout this course. So I will let you do the questions on the PowerPoint slide as well as these multiple choice questions. But the only thing will be we probably could have a practice class before the final exam, and then we'll go over these ones in or a review class, and we'll go over these multiple choice. Okay,
So
but
do the PowerPoint slide and all of these questions here in the Google.
right. But to submit to me for next week, just give me the PowerPoint slides, and we will review these questions at a later date. Is
Submit
that
Okay.
question.
And just for confirmation, those questions on the slide come from the textbook.
yes, they are at the end of your chapter in the textbook.
Now, I'm using a different edition than you are.
So
Does that
would you like me to email that section of
that
the
would be
text?
great.
Okay, I will email you the questions themselves. So I will do that. If not,
Okay, I'm gonna send you my email. Let me
So you
message
say
you.
the homework is due next week?
Yeah.
yeah, for both chapters.
Zoe, what do you
Because
That is chapter 4 and chapter 3?
yeah, so chapter 3 should have already been completed. So actually, you should send me chapter 3. You could send me chapter 3 before next class. I give you. I mean, I know y'all have a quiz coming up.
Yeah,
Hold on,
we
hold
have
on.
a
I get
quiz.
lost just now.
Yeah, we have a quiz and something else, man. We have another class too.
Okay,
So we could send them next week.
yeah, I'll give you until next week to submit both assignments for
I'm sorry. I
the
got lost. What assignments are we doing? Sorry. Is the slides and what else?
the homework questions at the end of each slide. I would like that to be submitted next week before class. That will be Tuesday by 12 o'clock, midnight. And the questions that
Since I'm just joining, would you be able to email them to me, please?
who was that?
It's Chavez, darling.
Okay. Okay, fine. I realize you were a new student. So what all you need me to send you, Chavez? At least
Well,
we could speak
go
after
ahead.
class, okay? We
Sure.
could speak after class so I could get all the details. So I want to ask you a few questions to recap what we learned tonight. So everybody's straight with the homework when it's due, Tuesday, midnight.
Right.
And that also will help you with your upcoming
So, just a quick question in reference to the questions from chapter 3. I know that that chapter has multiple questions.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct, it's the ones that's under the heading problems, right?
Well, I gave you you mean the homework in the slide?
From chapter 3.
Well,
Yeah.
the number I gave you the numbers of each question that I wanted you to do. So it's at the end of the chapter after the prep exam. All of the questions are after the prep exam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yes,
confirm.
yeah, after prep exam, okay. Let me
I
go
just wanted
back.
to make sure it was the correct one.
Well, it's one answer, so
After
three,
the prep
after
exam,
problem.
let me see. Okay, so it's the one
Okay,
on
so
the
it says
Right.
problems.
prep.
Okay, it's the
Oh,
ones on the
okay.
problems. I know they have different
Oh,
questions. They have all kind of questions. So
Wow. Okay. I don't even have a book.
you don't. Oh,
I will send the questions to you. I will put all the questions in a PDF and I will send them to you
Okay, thanks.
tomorrow.
gotcha.
Send them to everybody, Miss Oliver.
Yes, I will.
Players?
I will. I will post it in the WhatsApp group. The
Okay.
questions for chapter
Thank you.
Are we covering anything else this evening?
we are going over just a little recap of what we covered tonight.
Okay.
So my first question is
Um,
future value of multiple cash flows computed.
chapter. Hold on. There you go.
what is this?
Go again.
How is the future value of multiple cash flows computed?
Oh, let me look at my notes. Uh, no.
Um, PV times bracket 1
Future
plus R.
value.
Sorry?
To the power of,
Oh,
And
N.
yeah. Or you could use the timeline as well.
correct.
So you can sum up the individual future cash flow, cash values. Sorry. You can sum up the individual future values to get the future value of the multiple payment streams. And it's computed by using the future value of multiple sum formula that is PV times 1 times open brackets
Times 7.
R close brackets to the power of n, or you can also use the timeline to calculate it or to compute it. So how is future value and present value, how is the future value of an annuity determined? How do we determine that?
Ordinary.
That's an ordinary an ordinary annuity, the future value?
So payment
PMT.
times brackets one plus R close brackets n minus one over something.
Over,
Over, oh, yeah. No,
o-
wrong?
over the interest rate. So,
Right.
and what do we have to do? What with one portion of the equation? One portion of the equation can be calculated in two ways. What is that portion and what are the two ways?
Um, I know what the total, all the payments are.
So the formula you just gave me, I'm asking you a portion of it. It's a particular equation. I'm asking you what is the name, what is the portion called, and what are the two ways we can find it.
Oh, is that the one where it's a PV? No, the payment over the interest? No.
So you just gave me the formula. I'm just asking you about the portion that is isolated.
The PVIFA.
Right, the FVIFA, future value
Oh,
factor of annuity, is isolated, and we have two ways of calculating that. What are the two ways?
By amortization.
We can use either two methods of calculate getting the
the
future value.
perpetual
You can either use a table or
timeline.
the formula.
Oh,
Formula.
the formula which is coming from the appendix.
Yes. And so the present value of an ordinary annuity, how do we determine that?
This is the present value. No, not even. Nope.
Payment over R. What we doing?
The present value of an ordinary annuity, how do we
Oh.
determine?
The payment times
Payment over
open bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 over open bracket 1 minus R to the power of n close bracket over R.
Correct. And what do we isolate? And what are the two methods of obtaining that particular area that we isolate? So first tell me, what is it called, the portion of the equation that we isolate? If in the last question I asked, it was the future value of,
Oh, the PVIFA.
correct. And what are the two methods?
The table and the formula.
Correct.
See that?
So annuity, what is an how do we determine annuity due?
We have to determine the annuity by seeing whether or not it's future or present. The present is what is due now, and the future is what it ends with. I don't know.
Anyone else would like to try? Annuity due.
Annuity due is what's due now.
Okay, correct.
Immediately. Electricity bill, no, except
Correct.
if it's due at the beginning of the month. But car bill would be one. example, and a mortgage.
My good student. So what is the formula for that?
For which one?
For the
Annuity due?
mhm.
Oh, I can tell you right now.
For which one?
For the annuity due, either present or future value.
Right.
Open bracket 1 plus R,
Plus
close
R
What
and minus
something come before that? Before that,
bracket. Sorry.
payment times.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's the annuity formula of a present or future value. The annuity formula times open brackets 1 plus R close bracket.
R, close bracket N.
Right. So you just
And-
adding, you are just timesing the 1 plus R to the annuity formula, whether it's future or depending on the question, whether it's future or
Right.
present.
Erase.
Okay.
Yep.
So perpetuity.
Oh my God.
Present value equals payment over
Oh,
R.
Right. And it's a periodic cash flow stream that never ceases. And that was the example that I gave at the British Council, a government issued bond. So
right.
what are the what are the different type of loan repayments?
Discount loan,
Discount loan, interest loan,
amortized
Amortization and
loan.
and interest only.
Hold on. Let me ask Kelly. Kelly,
Shane now, ask me.
you ready? Gone?
I am so sick of Carla.
Ashley, tell me what the different type of loan repayments are.
The different type is discount loan, interest only, and amortization.
Okay.
Right.
What is an amortization schedule?
The
Say
So
what?
you're
amortized.
paying interest and principal.
Equal period, equal payments of principal and interest.
Colette, not you though.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I can mute. I don't mute.
So, darling, answer that for me. How, what is an amortization schedule?
um, ah, yeah. um, I can't answer. Sorry,
How come you can't answer?
because I didn't write that down.
Told you like the calculations. I want you to be good at the theory too.
Yeah, I know.
I can answer.
So yeah, Carla, help, darling, for me.
Okay.
Yes.
So the amortization schedule, Miss Darling, is a
Yes.
schedule, right? That is listed like
I
the,
go there, no,
if
I
I can
cannot.
break it down. It helps if somebody come in the bank and they want to know like when their loan will finish, you'll put whatever their balance in. And what happens is it splits it into principal and interest from the like the first payment date until it ends, and it ends at 0. It's supposed to end at 0 to say, well, the loan would finish in 2025, and it gives you the exact date with no balance ending.
Yep.
The
So just the
last payment.
breakdown. So basically, it's the breakdown of the loan from start to end,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
showing all the interest and payments and
Right.
principal payments.
basically,
Yes.
so an amortization schedule is a tabular listing of the allocation of each loan payment towards interest and principal payments. Like that's Miss Campy.
How
Yeah.
you know?
I can see you, girl. I can see you. So, how do we calculate waiting time and interest rate for an annuity? First, let's do waiting time.
What?
I know that one now.
I know that.
So, what is the
We,
formula for waiting time?
We do that?
we ain't do that.
N, N
Yeah.
equals,
I
or
must.
Oh, well, sorry.
What is it?
N equals 1N bracket FE times R
Times R,
close
close bracket.
bracket
Let's see,
divided
I
by
think plus 1.
plus
Yeah.
1
That's waiting time.
Divided
No.
divided by 1N
Divided by 10.
plus
Open brackets,
bracket
1 plus
plus
R,
R.
close bracket.
close.
That
Right.
was waiting time. I am solving a number of annuities.
Me too.
Yeah,
You
all
didn't
of that
call
is
it now, Miss Oliver. You didn't call it no waiting time. That's what it is.
No.
Solving
All that is
annuities.
waiting time.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I did.
okay. So my last question is the interest rate.
What happened to it?
What what is the calculation? How do
PV times R.
how do we calculate the interest rate?
PV over payment, and then the answer that you look it up in the PVIFA table and
Or
Right.
appendix 4.
or the F, the future value, or you have to look it up in the future value interest factor annuity,
That's it.
depending on the question
Yeah.
if it's a future value or a present value question. So
Okay.
we cannot isolate the variable R. So we have to look up N, and when we rearrange the equation, when we divide present value by the payment, we have to look that amount up under the N, the time period, in whichever table where it's future value or present value, and find the R.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of the class. Any more questions? I will send the homework questions for chapter 3 and chapter 4.
And you could also send me the slides, please. I don't have the slides or the
Slide.
questions.
So, Miss Darling, we could
Yep.
talk after class. And
Sure.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
Good night.
night.
So, Miss Darling, what you
Yes, ma'am.
late? Because you said you start the class late, right?
I started last week.
Okay,
So I started at chapter 3.
so you are you in the WhatsApp group?
I just got added tonight.
Oh, okay. So I trying to find my pencil so I can write down what you need me. So you need slide. So you need slide for chapter 3, the slides for chapter 3 and chapter 4, correct?
Correct. You have them. I don't know if you did slides for 1 and 2 because I don't have anything.
Oh no, for 1 and 2 you have to take notes.
Okay.
But I could send the slide for 3 and 4. I will send the PDF with the questions for 3 and 4
Okay,
along
that's fine.
document. Okay. So that's all you need.
Yes.
I mean, but
Yeah.
you can probably
Do you have a PDF of the book?
no, I only have the questions.
Okay, that's fine. I'll love to see because I just found out about the book yesterday and my card is compromised, so I can't order it. So I have to see how I can get the PDF.
Okay. Well, I guess you could see how much you could do from the slides temporary, or you could probably ask a classmate to take
Yeah, I
pictures
will.
or something.
I'll see if anybody has a PDF. I can probably, if they don't mind sending it to me.
Okay. So if that's all, you could look up. I'll send the slideshow tonight, and
Okay.
I will send the PDFs. I'll try to send it tonight, if not tomorrow for sure. I'll send
Okay.
it via WhatsApp. That's
Um,
better, right? For you, since you're in the WhatsApp group now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. So have a good night.
Okay. All right. I'll send you my email in the WhatsApp group then, or you want to get it now?
I was going to send everything to WhatsApp and answer
What's
you.
up? Okay, that's fine.
I just private message you chapter 3.
Okay,
I already sent chapter
okay,
3 in the WhatsApp, the PowerPoint. So I'll just
okay,
private message you that, and then I'll send 4 in the regular group, and then I'll send the PDF
okay.
in the regular group along with the additional questions I have, because the more practice you get, I mean, you pretty good at it, pretty good with
Mm-hmm.
numbers, so you
Yes.
should. I noticed that. So you should be okay. Just help your classmates as well, because
Okay.
time value of money is a little tedious, especially if you're not good with calculations.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All
So
right,
you know,
cool.
Hi. I
mm-hmm.
have a question.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably have stepped away. I don't remember. I know I did move. Um, in regards to the amortization chart.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. It's the calculation where I fell off on. Could you go back to that slide?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. How we got the interest on the yes, the interest and the print and the reduction. That's what I missed.
Okay,
I don't know. I think I had
if
moved
you look on top of the chart, you will see I have
the
the actual
formula.
formula, right,
Mm-hmm.
to get it. So when I have which part you got mixed up with.
I probably had stepped away. I'm not certain. The interest and the principal reduction. How we got that?
You just say the payment of $10,551.89. Subtract the interest of 4,000, and that's how you got that.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to get back in my calculator. At least the one online. I don't know. My battery died. Okay. Trying to pull up the calculator.
Okay. So when you subtract the four, it'll give you the 6,551.89. Oh, let me change
Let
this
me
one.
see. 10, 5, 5, 1. Oh, come on. 0.89.
I moved the. This would make these two corrections.
7, 2 of those arms, 8, 9, 10 to go. So here we go. Let's slide. 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
6,
So
7, 8, 9,
I know how we got. I
10.
understand how we got. I
One,
understand how we got the ending
2,
balance. Is the interest and
4,
the interest and the principal
5,
reduction.
6. One more. 7,
Hmm.
8, 9.
How
One
do we
more.
get the four? Yeah, how do we get the 4?
30 seconds of talking. On those arms. Back to
How do we get the 4,000?
The 4,000
And
was the
sit down, lady.
rate
Keep pumping. Keep pumping.
of 10%. Take the present value of 40,000. We times it by
We halfway there.
which equals to the 4,000.
And down. Up and down. Punch
I
those arms
can't
back.
hear. Someone's mic is on.
That's right.
This
Keep it
are you saying Bethel Church? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Who that is? So the present value of 40,000 times by
Sorry, Miss Oliver.
uh,
Sorry, Miss Oliver. Before you continue, do you need me for anything else? I can leave you guys to do this.
mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, you were breaking up.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if you needed me for anything else. I can leave you guys to do the amortization schedule.
Yeah, we finished. You say chapter 3, the two PowerPoint, chapter 3 and 4, and then the problems. Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
and if you can also relay the homework for me, please, because I missed it. I think I got a bit confused there.
The two homework, at the end of each slide, it has
Okay.
homework problem. The two of those are due Tuesday at 12 midnight.
Okay, so that's
Right?
along with the problems at the end of the chapter, I think that you said, or that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what that they are the problems at the end of the chapter under problems. That's labeled
Okay,
problem. Mm-hmm.
okay,
Okay.
okay. All right. Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Good night.
No problem.
Good night.
Okay. So you want to find estimate
Yeah,
calculated.
okay.
So
I just want to see how we got it.
okay, so I'll do the first two lines for you.
Okay.
Say 40,000 times 0.10. So that'll give you the 4,000 interest. So you take
Hello?
balance. And
What's going on now? I can. Hello?
by the 10%. You hear me?
I could hear,
Hello?
I couldn't hear you at
Hello?
first. You went completely out.
Oh, I think it's my internet. So you
Probably.
can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It says the 4,000 times the 10%. You're doing it on a calculator. 4,000.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I didn't know what you say. You went completely out just that.
I don't know. I guess it's taking turns.
Yeah. So you say it's okay, it's the
4,000.
40,000
40,000. Sorry.
beginning balance, right? You subtract,
Okay.
you times that by the interest rate of 10% to get
Okay.
interest of 4,000.
Okay.
Right. So in order to get your so the payment, we calculate that from the previous slide. Let me show you under the amortized loan. We calculate that here for $10,551.89. So we just brought it down over, and so all of our payments are the same our annual payments of $10,551.89. I didn't hear you. Hello? I don't know what's going on with this. Hello? She talking and I can't hear nothing. Hello? Hello? Hello?
I think there may be a issue with the audio. I'm not sure.
Hello?
Can you hear
Uh-oh.
me?
Yeah, I
I
can
can
hear
hear you.
you.
Right.
What
Okay.
in the world? What is this?
That's
I
you.
couldn't hear.
I was wondering who the Battle Church was. I was like,
I couldn't
I
hear anything.
I can get my next one, so I had to come through the church one. And
Oh my gosh, I don't know what's
sorry,
going
go
on.
ahead.
Because I couldn't hear it just now.
Okay, is it
It,
good now, Shaneria? Can you hear you?
it,
Okay,
I can hear now.
I think
Couldn't
that sounds like
now.
a reception problem, maybe,
Are
because
we?
I hear some feedback, kind of.
What in the world, Dread? Hello?
Hey, can you hear?
I can hear now. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I guess internet probably acting up. Rochelle, can you hear us?
Hello. Oh. No, Satan, not today.
Not today. Okay, I think she probably has an issue because she left, so she may be coming back in the room. But you had a question about interest rates, you said?
Yeah, I think I probably had stepped away for maybe a minute or two when she was doing the interest rate calculation, and she was
Okay.
trying to go through it with me.
Oh, I think when she left, her screen left as well. But the interest rate where you get the
Yeah, she
4,000
did.
is the 40,000 multiplied by the interest rate, which would be 40,000 times 10%. That's how you got that 4,000. And the number under that would be that first column multiplied by 0.10, which is 10%. And that's how you would get that entire column right there as it relates to interest rates.
I wish I had the screen.
I know, right? What she'll do is let's work it like this. She should be sending, if she doesn't come back in like 2 minutes or so, because she may be having issues with the internet. If she doesn't come back in 2 minutes, once she sends the presentation in the group, then you could look through it, and any questions you have, you could just post it either to me personally or to her personally, and then we'll be able to walk you through that again.
Okay.
That's if she doesn't come back in 2 minutes.
I'll wait on it. I'll wait.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem.
Oh, what about the oh Lord, the homework question. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I think you were supposed to get back to me. I don't know what had happened. The balance sheet information dropped to the bottom, and I was like, oh Lord, I hope I don't get points off for it.
No. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'll be sending that back shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. So I guess we'll wait a couple more minutes to see if she gets back, so she could put the presentation back up on there. I'll send her a quick WhatsApp to see if she's coming back on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, she's coming back in now. She just got disconnected, so she's coming back on now. Shanaria?
Sorry, my mic was muted. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, she's coming back on now. She just got disconnected.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, let me get my headpiece because I had to go in a different room because it seems like my internet was acting up. Okay,
Okay.
so let me share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, you can see my PowerPoint, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so let me get my calculator. So, okay, the 4,000, I could just start from the beginning, okay?
40,000 times the 10%.
Right, will give you the interest of
So 4,000.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the payments, we got that by calculating it in the previous slide under the annuity loan repayment method. So we use the present value formula of annuity, and we got $10,551.89, and we carried that over to this slide here. So all of our payments, all our annual payments for each year would be $10,551.89. So you would have to calculate that with the formula above, as you can see right here in the chart. That's the formula you would use to calculate this based on the variables given, which is either the present value, the N, the R, and the payment, right?
Okay.
So you understand how we got that payment?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to do it, use the formula. And so the interest, like you said, is the 40,000 beginning balance or present value times the interest of 10%. And then our principal reduction, we got that by subtracting our payment of $10,551.89 by the interest of $4,000, which will give us the $6,551.89. So I'll do it. $10,551.89 minus, sorry, 40,000, which is $6,551.89, right?
Okay.
And then to get our ending balance, we now take the same principal reduction. So I'm going to copy it. And we deduct it from the beginning balance.
Which is
So
the
that's the
40.
40,000 subtracted by the principal reduction of $6,551.89, which will give us $33,448.11. So our ending balance will now become our beginning balance for the new year.
And then we'll times that by the 10%, and that's how we got the interest rate.
For the $3,344.81. And then we will take that interest rate and subtract it from the payment to get our principal reduction. So let me do that so you can see that. That's a $10,551 times minus, sorry. What I doing first? We already came to the 3,344.81, right? Because that'll be 10% of the beginning balance. You saw we got that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then it'll be the 10,500 to get the principal reduction minus 7,207.08, which equals, what is it? Oh, sorry about that. It's the $10,551.89 subtract the $3,344.81 to get our $7,000 $10,207.88. So you have to take the payment of $10,551.89 and minus it from the interest to get the principal reduction. And then you subtract the beginning balance for the second year of $33,448.11 subtracted by the $7,207.08, and that will give you your ending balance of $26,241.03. And then that will become our beginning balance for year 3. So to get our interest, we take the beginning balance and we times that by 10% to get our interest of $2,624.10. And then we take this interest. So we say $10,551 subtract our interest, and that's how we got the $7,927.79. And so we take our principal reduction of $7,927.79, and we subtract that from the 26,241.03 minus, and that's how we get $18,313.24. You follow?
Yes, I'm following.
Okay, so
And
we
then we
carry
times that
that.
by the 10%.
Yes, to get the interest. So we carry that to the 4th year. We carry the ending balance to the 4th year. And now become our beginning balance of $18,313.24. And we times that by 10%, which gives us our $18,031.32. And then we take that and we subtract it by from our payment of $10,089. Subtract
8720.
And that gives us $8,720.57. And then our ending balance will now be the principal reduction. So that would be 18,313.24 subtract, which will give us $9,592.67. And we bring that to the 5th year at the beginning balance. And then we times that by 10% again to get $959.27. And then we subtract that
from
the 10,500.89. And that's how we get our principal reduction of $9,592.67. And then we take that away from our beginning balance, which is 9,592.67. And that's how we get 9,592.
Okay.
67, subtract 9,5, that's 0. So the question was asking us, what is the
I
loan
don't know. My
payoff amount
calculator for, you know.
for, um, you could use it on your laptop, or you could use it on your cell phone for this particular question, or you could download like a scientific
Uh-huh.
calculator on your cell phone, so you could have it to use. But for this question, you don't need a scientific calculator at this point once you already calculate your payment, because your payment
Okay.
will need a scientific calculator, but you could always download an app if you don't
Okay.
have a working one right now. Okay, but you will need your calculator because these questions are very tricky if you don't know what you're looking for. That's why I really want you all to do the homework questions and the practice questions, because the more practice you get, the more you'll be able to recognize what is a future value, what is a present value, what does annuity do, what is an ordinary annuity.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions?
No, it was just that. I was just trying to get around how, you know, we got the interest and the principal reduction.
Okay, so you understand now. So as you can see, the formula or the are at the top of the table to guide you
Yeah.
if you get stuck. Okay, so I will email,
Okay.
I will WhatsApp the slide to you all right now, and then I will send you guys the homework questions. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I will send chapter 3 and 4 along with the ones in the Google Doc. At least the ones in the Google Doc will be for practice, and we could review them, or I probably just will send the answers. So you could work them out and then check them with the answers, but we could review them on a later date
And
before,
see
like,
how we got it. Okay.
or probably before, depending on if y'all have questions before the third exam, okay? So I'll try and do that with y'all. Okay, so
Okay.
you good?
Yeah, I good. I good. But I just had a question earlier regarding the questions from the text. I just wanted to ensure that they were the correct one that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you said they were the ones on the problem, so they were the right ones.
They were?
Yeah, from the textbook.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
So you
on.
were doing the right
For
questions,
chapter
right?
for chapter 3.
Okay. You were doing the right questions.
Yeah, I did the right problems.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. So,
Yeah, I did the right ones. I think
okay,
it
good. So when
starts
you send
from
it to me, I will,
what page now? Page 76. Go down.
okay. Okay. So, because I think I give y'all 6 questions for chapter 3. But this chapter have a more because this chapter had more objectives to cover. So this one is probably 10, I think. So you already completed your questions
Chapter
for chapter
3,
3?
yeah.
Huh? So you already completed your questions for chapter 3?
No, I was saying I was a yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they're right.
Hopefully, I just want to see how you are doing, so I'll determine if we need a class to review the questions, because I know time value of money is a little tricky, But I'm sure you grasp the information well. And if you have any more questions, feel free to WhatsApp me, and I'll assist.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay then.
All right. Have a good
All
night.
right.
All right.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
say that the disciples came and took the body and hid